Terrell Jordan Jr. and Micaiah Jenkins back to receive the kick as Kennedy will receive to start this one. Kobe Vasquez will be kicking off for the Muskies. Muskies in the home purples, Vegas gold pants and purple trim, the Vegas gold helmets. Kennedy in the road. Looks like gray pants, Jimmy. White jerseys and green numbers. Chad Yoakum from Public Access TV9 here in the stands filming the game as always. And he does a great job. Muskie fans, it doesn't get any better than this when you can watch replays. 3 and 8 Saturday, 10, 3 and 8 Sunday and Monday on Channel 9 or 709 on your MPW HD package. Kobe Vasquez with the approach and the kick. It's a pop fly kick, and it's going to be taken by the short man at about the 18, 25-30, jukes to the outside, over the 40 to the 43-yard line, and that's Marco Shanklin with a nice return out to the 43, and Kennedy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 43. Just underway from Muscatine Community Stadium.
Yeah, nice big hole opened up there for Kennedy. They blocked that very well. Let's see what they come out with on their offense. They like to throw a lot of different formations at you, Brian.
B.J. White comes out as the starting quarterback. He's got Harrison split wide right, and he's got Jenkins in the slot. He rolls to his right. White looks downfield, throws. He's got Harrison, and it's complete into Muskie territory and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Looks like a gain of 10, maybe 11, and it's first down in the Muskie 46.
Well, they came out in that Pro Twins formation, and they like to pass out of that. The receiver was wide open on that far sideline there.
Davis comes into the game. Now he's split wide left. Slot left is Jenkins. And there's the ball handed to the tailback, Herndon. He cuts it up inside the 45 to the 43. Hendred, sorry about that, Karan Hendred with a gain of about 3 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 7 Kennedy on the Muskie 43.
Now, was Coach telling us before the game that Karan's brother plays for the Seahawks?
He is the younger brother of Christian French, who was Gatorade Player of the Year in Iowa a few years ago, played at Oregon, and is now a member of the Seattle Seahawks. So pretty good bloodlines there. So 100 lines up in the backfield on 2nd and 7. Here's a toss, and this one goes to Ehlers. He's over the right side, and he's shoved out of bounds on the play by the Muskies. Vasquez over there for the Muskies. Inside the 40. And they're going to spot this one on about the 39-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd and 3 Kennedy on the Muskie 39. 10:55 to play in the first quarter. Just underway, no score. Kennedy's first possession of the game. Deere split wide right. They go full house backfield here, and they get it to the up man. Fullback. And he's down near the 35. He'll have the first down, and that's number 35. And that's Cade Parker. Actually, they tripped him up late, Jim. I thought he'd gotten there.
I thought he got the first down, too.
I followed the wrong guy. I apologize, folks. It's going to be 4th and 2. No hesitation. Kennedy's going for this.
Well, when you've got the big mooses up front that they have, this is a no-brainer call for the Kennedy coach.
Muskie defense stout early. 4th and 2 Kennedy on the Muskie 38. First drive of the game. Wide under center to Muskie jump into neutral zone. And that'll be an easy 5 yards for Kennedy and a first down, as that'll march it down to the 33.
And, you know, one of the keys to the game tonight was to keep the penalties down. And that's just an inexperienced team right there, Brian. You know, not a lot of seniors. These guys are getting some varsity experience for the first time. You want to load those gaps, but you just don't want to go over that line.
Kennedy now 1st and 10, Muskie 33-yard line. Wide under center, play action, rolls to the right, looks, throws downfield, got a man. It's complete inside the 20 to the 16-yard line, and that's Micaiah Jenkins. Big target there is 6'1", 170. Good-looking athletic receiver there, Jim.
Absolutely. Just a little screen there in the middle of the field where our linebackers were. I have no idea, but he was wide open.
18-yard gain just inside the 15. 1st and 10 Kennedy. Opening drive, 9:54 to play in the first. There's a give. This one's 100, and he's taken down by Nolan Bell. After a short gain of 2, Bell's a stalwart. He came up very late in his sophomore year and started and was an anchor of the defensive line a year ago. Good-looking athlete, Jim.
Yeah, Nolan Bell is going to be the key to that defensive line, Brian. They're going to put him where they think that run play's going, and Nolan Bell is going to see a ton of action.
6'3", 280. 3 trips left for Kennedy. White back to pass, flares it out, and he gets it over to Watkins. Watkins gets inside the 10 to about the 9. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Kennedy.
Right now, Kennedy's having no trouble moving the ball downfield.
Boy, they're using a lot of players, too, ushering 3 or 4 guys in on every snap. Well-oiled machine early on here. 3rd and a long 3, just short of the 9-yard line. Three backs in the backfield. White under center. He gets it. He gives to the Parker, but we got a flag on the play. And it's offsides on the Muskies. So 2 times the Muskies offsides calls. It will not give him a first down, though, as the ball's spotted at the 7-yard line.
Uptown Motors voted the best used car dealer in Muscatine for 8 years running.
Not sure I understand that walk-off. Even if it's half the distance, the ball should have been inside the 6. Oh, well, we'll take it. 3rd down and 2. And now they give it inside. Straight up, they got touchdown. Kennedy, 7-yard touchdown run by number 35 on the play. Cade Parker, a 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. And we were told before the game he's an outstanding linebacker. He gets the call as the up back and powers it through the middle of the Muskie defense. 8:32 to go in the first. And it's Kennedy, 6 in the Muskie zip. Extra point attempt coming on for Kennedy by number 15, Alex Stone. Good snap, good hold, and the kick by Stone is good. Folks, 8:32 to play in the first. Kennedy 7, a Muskie zip. We're taking a 30-second timeout. You listen to Muskie Football. We're back live at Muscatine Community Stadium. Kennedy takes the opening drive, 57 yards, and Cade Parker punches it in from 7 yards out, 8:32 to play in the first quarter, and it's Kennedy 7, the Muskie 0. Muscatine comes out now. Kobe Vasquez deep for the Muskies along with Tak Portilla. Alex Stone will kick off. Ball on the right hash on the 40-yard line. There's the approach and the kick by Stone. And it's going to go through the end zone and out of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. So the Muskies' first drive of the season will start on their own 20-yard line.
Well, let's see what Action Jackson can do. This kid is he's a fabulous football player. He's strong, very big back there, hard to bring down, good passer. So we'll see what Jack can do with the offense here.
Muskies go trips right to start. T in the backfield, Falk. Jack hits it. He rolls to his right. He looks downfield. Now he's going to run it 20-25 and out to the 27. A late flag comes in, and this might be coming back. So Falk's 7-yard run is going to get erased here.
But, that's something that Jack does very well, and that's why he's playing quarterback here. Because he's like remember Matt Wieskamp when he was back there. He can throw it, and Matt was a very good runner. And Jack is the same way. He can throw it, but I think one of his best things that he does is run the ball, Brian.
Yes, he does. Dual threat quarterback, but this one's coming back. 7-yard run negated, blocking the back on the Muskies. So that'll go back to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20 now for the Muskies. 8:26 to play. If you're in the neighborhood, great seats available, folks. And the stands have filled up a little bit, Jim, since kickoff here. Late arriving crowd. Muskies go trips left. Tovar and Vasquez to the left. T in the backfield, Folk. And Jack's going to keep it on the read. Jack over the 15, 20, out to the 21. Nice run by Folk of 11 yards. It'll be 2nd and 9 Muskies.
You know, one of the things that Coach Mueller was worried about this year was making sure that Jack stayed healthy all year long, because he sure likes to run the ball. And if he's got the option to pitch it, throw it, or run it, he's going to run it if it's open.
Tovar, Zek, and Vasquez left for the Muskies. Trips left. Tia goes in motion. Folk, little shot out to Tia, and he drops a pass, and it's out of bounds. Are they going to call that a lateral?
I think they are.
And I'm not sure. I think he just spotted it out of bounds. But if that's not a lateral,
they're going to talk about it.
It looked like it was almost recovered by Kennedy in the field of play. It was a forward pass. It's just an incompletion, but he spotted it on the 17. And they call it an incomplete pass. I thought it was a forward pass. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 Muskies from the 21-yard line. 7:27 to play here. In the first quarter, Kennedy 7 and the Muskies nothing. Trips right. Vasquez, Tovar, and Zek to the right for the Muskies. Now they shift left. Tight end for the Muskies is William Zillig. And now we've got another stoppage in play. And they lost a yard there, Joel. That ball, thank you. That's why they stopped play, because the ball should have been on the 21, but they did correct it. So Jim didn't have to get all over him right now. They took a yard away, Jim.
It's a new Jim Miller.
It's a new the new Jim Miller. 3rd and 9 Muskies from the 21. Folk rolls out to his left. Blitz is on. He steps up, and he's going down. And the pass is incomplete, and Jack Folk took a hard hit from the backside that time by number 55 for Kennedy on the blitz. Nolan Jacobs really put it to Jack. Jack didn't see him coming.
Well, somebody's got to pick that blitz up. They got to see it. I mean, it was pretty obvious what they were going to do. They were showing it from the get-go. And one thing Kennedy likes to do is they like to blitz a lot. So the coaching staff knows that Kennedy's going to be throwing some extra guys your way.
Shanklin and Jenkins deep. Folk to punt for the Muskies on 4th and 9. There's a good snap. Jack gets it away. Good kick, and it's going to be Jenkins at the 45, his own 45. He runs to the right, looks for a block. He gets one. He's over midfield, 45, and spun down at the 41-yard line. Tackle on the play by Ethan King for the Muskies. So Kennedy again with great field position, 1st and 10 on the Muskie 41.
Yeah, one thing you don't want to do is give them field position, and right now Kennedy's got very good field position. Westside Store, home of quality BP gas with every fill-up. All-season glass for all your auto glass, door, and window repair needs.
Looks like Chris Larry down there doing footballs tonight, and I think he's doing an outstanding job, Jim.
Yeah, the footballs are getting in and out quick.
There's a handoff to Hendon, straight up the gut. Check that on the play. That was Keyshawn Allers. And he cuts it down inside the 35 to the 33, a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and a long 2 for Kennedy. And the lights are on in the this light bulb's fixed.
Is that okay that I turn the lights on?
No, that's great. That's great, Jim.
I'm going to turn 50 here real soon. So.
Yeah. Deer split left. There's a handoff to the up man. And a great tackle by the Muskies and a short gain
of Nolan Bell.
1. It looks like number 58 for the Muskies. Shane Mathias blew that thing up. And it's going to be a gain of maybe a yard. Oh, we'll call it no gain. We'll call it 3rd down and 2 from the 33-yard line. 6:15 to play in the first quarter. Kennedy 7 and the Muskies nothing. Harrison left. Jenkins to the right. On 3rd down and 2, wide under center. Gives it the up man. We got a flag.
I think that's going to be against the Muskies.
And if it's offsides, that'll be the 3rd offsides call of the first quarter. Let's hope it isn't. And it is a 3rd time. And Jim, 2 of those are just once they jump. The other 2, they just lined up offsides.
Yeah, you know, that's...
Can't have that.
And there again, I mean, you've got a very young football team, but those are mistakes that have to be corrected, and you can say, okay, it's the first game of the season. but those are things that you work on in practice as well. So
first down by penalty, the second one of the first quarter for Kennedy. Now they've got 2-by-2 formation, pistol formation here for White. Back to pass, sets, fires down the middle to Harrison, touchdown. Complete, a great throw and an outstanding catch on a play by Sam Harrison, the 5'10 junior. A 28-yard touchdown strike from B.J. White to Sam Harrison. And it's 13-zip Kennedy with 5:42 to play in the first.
Harrison just outran his man and he really got up for that pass.
Stone on for the PAT. Snap's good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. 5:42 to play in the first quarter. It's Kennedy 14, the Muskies zip. Muscatine Community Stadium, and Kennedy takes that drive 41 yards, and they cap it off with a 28-yard touchdown pass from B.J. White to Sam Harrison, and a great throw and an outstanding catch as he beat the back end of the Muskie defense. Alex Stone will kick it off to the Muskies. They've got Tia and Vasquez back.
Two guys that can be very explosive. Tia, just a freshman.
Crowd getting into it here. 5:42. Plenty of time. Muskie offense needs to answer here. There's the kick, and it's a good one, and it's going to be in the end zone for a touchback. So the Muskies will start their second drive again on their own 20-yard line.
Youth Sports Foundation, where kids dream big. CBI Bank and Trust, ready and willing to help with all your financial needs.
Muskies go bunch right on first down. Say's in the game to the right along with Tia, and now the motion man is Zillig. Folk in the gun. He takes it. Jack's going to run it over the left side, and he's stacked up, nowhere to go. And I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Good defense by Kennedy on the play.
I'm not so sure he didn't lose a yard there, Brian.
See where they spot it. Right on the 20, so no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Like I said, the defense of Kennedy, they love to throw blitzes at you, and just about every other play they're going to do that, so you've got to be able to pick it up and recognize it. But that time, our offensive line got beat a little bit by their three-man rush.
Emmanuel Say, Vasquez go left, and there's a give inside to Tia. He gets over the 20 to about the 22. Really nowhere to go that time, and really a great tackle on the play by number 27 for Kennedy that time, Ben Saracen. Gain of 2, it'll be 3rd and 8 Muskies. 4:40 to play in the first, and it's Kennedy 14 to Muskies 0. Carter Frazier is checked into the Muskie lineup. He's wide right with Say. Zek and Vasquez to the left. Zillig at H-back. Falk back to pass, sets his feet, steps up into the pocket, nowhere to go, gets to the outside, and he's taken down by Jenkins on a great play. Quarterback sack back to about the 14-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 8, and that'll bring up 4th and 16 for the Muskies.
Well, that was a corner blitz, and Jenkins came all the way from his corner spot, came up hard, went through the gap, and Jack just kind of ran right his way. So tough play there for the Muskies.
Falk gonna punt. He stands on his own 5. Shanklin and Jenkins are back at midfield. There's a flag. Jenkins runs way up, picks it up at the 35. He's to the 30, taken down by Zillig right there at about the 31-yard line. We'll see what the flag is here. Could be on the Muskies.
If it is, that'll be the 5th. No, that'll be the 6th penalty. We still have 3 minutes in the first quarter. That'll put some gray hairs on a coach.
And it is a procedure call on the Muskies, but Kennedy has first down on the Muskie 31. They'll probably decline this, and they do. A great field position again. They've started their drives tonight on their own 43, on the Muskie 41. Those are both touchdown drives. This third drive of the night starts on their own 31-yard line. On the Muskie 31-yard line. 3:39 to play in the first. And Jim, the Muskie defense needs to stop them here. Otherwise, this is going to start running away early.
Well, what you got to start doing as a team is you got to start doing one thing at a time correctly and let that build. And right now, if we can have some good defensive plays here, make a couple tackles, put that stuff together, and let's have a ball game.
Thole the up back, and he's going to get the handoff over the right side. He's inside the 30 to about the 28. Say on the tackle for the Muskies. Going to be a short gain of about 4 down to the 27. That'll bring up second down and 6.
I mean, you look at the offensive line, 220, 255, 260, 270. I mean, 280 in there. I mean, there's some big boys on that offensive line for Kennedy.
Payson Kennedy checks in at tailback, and he's going to get the toss, and it's a pass. He looks downfield, wide open. Jenkins overshot him in the end zone, and the Muskies catch a break there because he was 10 yards behind the defense. There is a flag on the play, though, and it could have been called back even if it was complete. We'll see what the call is. And it's an ineligible receiver downfield on Kennedy, so all for naught. Back to the 33-yard line. 5-yard penalty. That'll bring up second down, and we'll call it 12 from the 33-yard line. Davis to the right, Twins left. Back to pass White. Sets. He shoots out a screen, and he's got Hendon, and he's at the 20. 15 down the sidelines.
This might be
out
coming
of bounds.
back. There's a flag out there.
There is another flag on the play, and they're brought down over there by Brendan Broders. And there's a hold on Kennedy. So back-to-back penalties by Kennedy. Trips left for Kennedy. Harrison and Jenkins, along with Watkins. They play a ton of kids. White gives a hand up to Hendon. Up the gut he goes inside the 30, and Nolan Bell rides him down. So just kind of a let's get it to a manageable third down for Kennedy run to the 29, and that brings up third down and 8 now for the Muskie 29.
But did you notice how long he waited to hand the ball off? And that's because he was waiting to see what was going to unfold. He could either keep it or give it, and he had a lot of time to just wait and let that hole open up.
Harrison left, Davis right. Jenkins slot left. On 3rd and 8, White rolls to his left. He looks, he throws, got a man complete, and it's Jenkins. He's at the 15, and he's wrestled down at about the 11 on a good tackle by Sayer. He might have scored there, Jim. It's a first down play of 19 yards. They're going to mark it right on the 10.
I don't know if you've been watching Jenkins run his routes, Brian, but this kid is something special. He is crisp, and boy, his cuts are right there, and he is quick.
Big-time athlete. First and goal. Those are the football right on the 10-yard line for Kennedy. 2:13 to play in the first quarter. Already 14-0 Kennedy. Davis left, trips right. White rolls to his left. He's going to keep it. He's at the 5, and he dives for the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown, Kennedy. B.J. White, 10-yard touchdown run with 2:08 to play in the first, and it's Kennedy 20 and the Muskies nothing.
Yeah, that time he just lined up behind some horses and found the corner of the end zone.
White's a good-looking player there at quarterback, and he's got some weapons, boy. They're good. And there's a 2-point conversion attempt, and they get it on a nice pass from from Payson Kennedy to who else? Jenkins. As they didn't line it up to kick it, they went for 2 and they got it. 2:08 to play in the first, 22-zip Kennedy. Community Stadium, Brian Musil, Jim Miller, Joel Crossauer doing stats and halftime stats. Joel will break everything down for you. Alex Stone on for the kickoff. Tia and Say back for the Muskies to receive the kickoff. 31-yard touchdown drive capped off by a 10-yard B.J. White run. And there's the kick, and it's through the end zone for another touchback. The Muskies' third drive of the night will start on their 20. The Muskies' first two drives have netted them negative yards, I believe, Joel, to a tune of about, well, what are they? They lost 8 on their last drive. 7? Negative 7 yards in their first two drives, so time for the offense to step up here. Falk at quarterback, and the Muskies have twins right. Tia now shifts out of the backfield, and he'll go left. Jack Falk gets a snap, back to pass. Jack steps in the pocket, throws down the middle, and it's intercepted unless it hit the ground at the 39-yard line.
He got it.
What a great interception. Wow. And that was by number 6, Marco Shanklin. 5'8", 135. Actually, sorry, it was number 14, Maury Cooper. Boy, Kennedy's got some terrific athletes, guys.
And he just laid out for that ball. It really, I thought it was going to hit the ground, and he laid out for it and got it.
He hung on to it. He got it in the air. Thought maybe it would dislodge when he hit the ground, but he hung on to it tight. So it's 1st and 10 Kennedy on the Muskie 40. Their third drive of the night that started in Muskie territory. Harrison left and Jenkins right. There's a toss to Hendon. He's over the left side to the 20, the 40, down to the 36-yard line, gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 Kennedy.
Everybody I talked with that live in the Cedar Rapids area they were telling me this Kennedy team is one to watch out for, and truly they are. They're big, they're fast, they've got great athletes, so we might be looking at them in November.
Jenkins goes wide right, Deere left, Hendon in the backfield. And this one's going to go to the up back, and he's inside the 30 to the 33-yard line. And that one is Allers on the carry, Keyshawn Allers. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 3 from the Muskie 33. We knew what Kennedy was coming into this, and we knew it would take a couple weeks really to figure out who the Muskies are. They're playing hard. I hope they don't get down on themselves. White gives the ball inside. Great stop in the backfield. The Muskies stuff him for a loss. Good run blitz on the play. And the Muskies blew that thing up in the backfield, led by Gage Young on the play. So it'll be 4th and 3 Kennedy, just inside the 33 of Muscatine.
So it's great to get some playing time and work on some things. You want to win the game, but
Jenkins
it really doesn't
and Harrison to the right.
mean anything.
Hendon in the backfield. White back to pass, sets, throws, got Jenkins. First down inside the 30 to the 28. Host of Muskies bring him to the ground, but not after a 5-yard pitch and catch for a first down. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter once they start the clock. And that's the end of one quarter, folks. We played one. It's Kennedy 21, the Muskies nothing. We're stepping away for 60 seconds. You listen to Muskie Football on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM. Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, broadcasting high atop in the Uptown Motors broadcast booth. It's Brian Musell, Jim Miller, Joe Crosshauer here. Cedar Rapids Kennedy leads the Muskies 21-0 after one quarter of play. And it's been all Kennedy in every facet of the game. Kennedy comes out now. Malik Adams is split left. There's a toss. This time it goes to Allers, and he's knocked out of bounds on a good hit by the Muskies. Emmanuel Say tagged him out of bounds. And he's going to lose about a yard there, Jim.
That was a great defensive play by the Muskies. Came up, hit him hard, drove him out of bounds. Use that sidelines as another defender for you.
2nd and 11, Kennedy on the Muskie 28-yard line. Adams split wide left, Jenkins right. Hendon in the backfield along with Ehlers. And there's a give inside Hendon. He spins inside the 25 to the 23. Caleb Paul in on the stop for the Muskies, along with Young and Say. Gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 6 Kennedy from the Muskie 23.
Big third down play here.
Hendon. White back to pass. Flares it out to Hendred. He's Cuts it over the left side. He's inside the 20 and down near the 15. He's going to get a first down on a little flare pass in the flat. And Kennedy keeps the chains moving again down to the 16. Gain of 7.
They had very good blocking over there with the pulling guard and set up really nice for Kennedy. That's a tough play to defend. You've got to break it up early to stop that kind of a play.
1st and 10, Kennedy on the Muskie 16-yard line. White gives us time to Allers over the left side, 10-5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Kennedy. Nope, he stepped out of bounds. It looks like there's a flag. Looked like they were going to mark him out, but they did throw a flag, so this one's going to come back. He stepped out on the 2. But we've got holding on Kennedy. So that'll take away a first down run of 14 yards.
Well, they're trying to shoot themselves in the foot for the Muskies.
Yeah, they've given us a couple here. Foul and a hold, it brings it back to the 21. First down for Kennedy there. There's Hendred over the right side. He jukes to the outside, 15-10. Down the sideline, inside the 5 to the 3, where he's tagged out of bounds. A good hit that time by the Muskies. By Carter Frazier. But it's going to be 1st and goal, Kennedy. White leads him out of the huddle. He's got Allen and Hendred. Deer left, Jenkins right. They give this one to Hendred straight up the gut. Muskie stack it up. He's not going to score. Nolan Bell led the charge and gave him a bear hug down to the ground. No gain.
And that's what you got to do, Brian. You got to make those plays there that get you pumped up. I mean, he may have lost a yard or so.
I think he lost a foot or so.
Of a football.
Yeah. Bell with good surge up front. Second and goal just outside the 1-yard line. Power formation, White play action. Flares it out. Oh, he overshoots his tight end wide open. Great play call. He had number 44 wide open, Cam Jones. 3rd down and goal. Kennedy with trips in the backfield. And White gives this one straight up the gut to Parker.
I think he got it.
Fights his way to the end zone for a touchdown. That'll be his 2nd touchdown run. This from 1 yard out. And Kennedy now goes on top. 28-zip. Kennedy went for 2 the last time. This time it looks more traditional. Stone's approach and the kick is good. 9:48 to play in the first half. It's Kennedy 29 and the Muskies nothing. Our player of the game and West Side Store Godfather's Pizza will sponsor the post-game show. There's the kick by Stone in the end zone. Again, he's had a touchback on every kick. And for the 4th time, the Muskies will take over first down on their own 20-yard line.
Well, we got to get something going right now. You know, start making some hay while you can. And before halftime, a score would sure be nice.
Muskies need to get something going consistently, Jim. Even if they don't score, they got to run some clock here a little bit and give the defense a chance to catch their breath.
Yeah, I agree, Brian. Defense has been out there a lot.
Say wide right for the Muskies. Vasquez and Zek left. Falk all by himself. He takes it up the gut. Jax stood up and wrestled down just over the 20. Might have gained a yard. Sorry about that, folks. Back on. Our technical director fixed it for us here, Joel.
And we know Doc could not have fixed it if he was here.
So there must have been a mouthpiece infraction, so the Muskies had to make a quick replacement there, and they did. 2nd down and 9 Muskies. Falk with a gain of 1 on the play from their own 21-yard line. 9:15 to play in the first half. Tia goes in motion. Falk back to pass. He rolls to his right, flips it out to Tia in the flat at the 20. He's out near the 25 and wrestled down. positive yards that time, a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 5 Muskies from their own 25.
Yeah, some good blocking up there for Jack to get a chance to throw the ball. That time the offensive line did a nice job blocking for him.
3rd and 5 Muskies from their own 25. A first down here would be very beneficial and help build the confidence of this young Muskie football team. Tia goes in motion. Falk back to pass. Blitz is on. He flares out. He's got say in the flat. He's to the 25, 30. First down yards over the 35.
Roughing the passer.
And we got a flag back there, and they took a shot at Falk. So the Muskies may get 15 more tacked onto this.
Yeah, the ball was clearly out of his hands when he took quite a shot. So we might get another 15 here.
And it is roughing the passer on Kennedy. So the Muskies with 8 of the penalties should get this thing over midfield for the first time tonight into Kennedy territory after the 15-yard mark.
But there again, we ran 2 very positive plays there, Brian. Keep putting these together, and we're going to have ourselves an offense.
And there it is. The Muskies have 1st and 10 now on the Kennedy 49-yard line. 8:55 to play in the first half, and it's Kennedy 29 and the Muskies nothing. Muskies now with a crazy formation as they've got 2 linemen. They've got King out here with Watkins, Vasquez, and Zek, and they've got everybody else there. Falk right back, and there's the blitz, and this play's going nowhere as Jack tries to throw it straight up in the air, and that's incomplete. I wonder if they're going to call that grounding. Falk took a major hit. Jack's got to learn to go down on that because he stood up and he was fighting because he's the competitor that he is, trying to get rid of the football. But that really allowed them to tee off on him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Brian. He needed to just go down with that. You know, the formation itself did not work. They brought in 2 guys blitzing the corner, and the safety came up, and there was nobody there to stop them.
They blitzed that formation as the Muskies went empty. Joel, what do you call that formation?
Crazy.
Watch out on the replay. Channel 9. Chad Yoakum here doing all the filming as always. Trips left for the Muskies. Falk back to pass, rolls to his left, looks downfield. There's a flag, and it's almost intercepted, incomplete. And we'll see what the flag is here. It looks like a hole in the Muskies. Kennedy declines the hold, so it'll be 3rd and 26 now for the Muskies on their own 35-yard line. 8:33 to play in the first half. It's been all Kennedy. They lead 29-zip. Falk and T in the backfield for the Muskies. Vasquez, Zek, and Say to the right. Now we've got a timeout, Muscatine. We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Cedar Rapids Kennedy Cougars lead the Muskies 29-zip with 8:33 to go in the first half. Muscatine with a 3rd down and 26 now on their own 35-yard line. After the Muskie timeout, Muskies with 2 timeouts remaining. Kennedy with 3 here in the first half.
What is Amir? Does it seem like it's taking forever to run this 3rd down play? I mean,
Well, there was a decision to be made on the hold, and they weren't sure where it was spotted. Then they declined the penalty, and then a timeout, Jimmy. T in motion.
Oh, he
empty.
Clearly went off, and they didn't
Falk
call
back.
it.
He runs up into the pocket. Jack's going down. He's going to be sacked, and sacked hard by number 55 for Kennedy, Nolan Jacobs. And that'll bring up 4th down and 28.
There's our no questionable call of the game. I tell you, he clearly came across and broke that plane.
And Jenkins deep for Kennedy on about their 35. Jack rolls to the right, kicks it a low helicopter, and this one's going to go out of bounds near the 28-yard line. Oh, Kennedy dove in on that one late, and there's a flag. Not sure why Kennedy was going after that. I didn't think a Muscatine player touched it.
Yeah.
There's a flag on the play.
So now the officials are going to have a discussion. The Kennedy player thought the ball was touched or tipped. I don't think it was. And that's why he dove in. He's allowed to, if it was tipped, to go after that football. But even though he's diving on it, even if he recovers it, it's not he's not advancing it.
No,
you know what
he's
I mean?
not.
So I don't understand why he went anywhere near the football. Personal foul, and it is on Kennedy, so they called a personal foul. So that'll tack on 15 from the spot of the 28, or half the distance. So this should go back to the 14.
You know,
Kennedy with their worst starting position all night. Up until now, their worst field position was their own 43-yard line on a drive. So the Muskies have been able to shift the field once. Let's see if the defense can hold and get them off the field here. Harrison left along with Jenkins. And twins right for Kennedy. They give it to Jenkins on a sweep. Jet sweep over the right side. Muskies string it out well. And he's going to gain a few yards as he gets up over the 20 to about the 22. And now we've got a timeout. Kennedy, 7:15 to go in the half. The Muskies lead, or trail 29-zip. We're stepping away for 30. White with Hendred in the backfield. Harrison and Jenkins to the right. Back to pass, flares out to Harrison. And he's got first down yardage over the 30 to about the 33. Harrison and Jenkins left. Seems like wherever they're lined up, that's where they throw when they throw. Hendred in the backfield. This one is going to go to 88 on the sweep. He's over the 35, 40, out near the 45, and he's going to get first down yardage. And that's Zach Davis left. This time White flares it out in the flat, and he's got number 24 this time spins down inside the Muskie 45. On a night like tonight when you're playing an athletic team like this, boy, especially up front when you're going side to side, it wears you out. 2-by-2 formation this time by Kennedy. White in a pistol. Jenkins in motion, and he gets the handoff, sweep left. He gets to the edge again to the 40, and he's taken down shy of the first down. There's a handoff to the right side this time for Kennedy. Stiff arm, and he's going to get a first down inside the 35 to the 30 before he's ushered out by the Muskies. And now Deere checks in, and he's split left. And there's Watkins over the left side, inside the 25, down to about the 23. Call it a gain, 5 or 6 on first down. Kennedy goes two tights, and now we've got a timeout, Muscatine. 5:58 to play in the first half, and they lead the Muskies 29-zip. Deere split wide right. They've got Watkins and Hendred in the backfield, and this is a toss to Hendred. He cuts it up inside the 20 now, and a nice open field tackle that time by Vasquez for the Muskies.
There's a flag on the play.
And we do have a flag on the right side, so we'll see what this one is.
I think that's going to go against Kennedy.
Could be a hold on the edge.
Mistakes are going to happen.
That kicks it back to the 31-yard line, so it'll be second down, and we'll call it 13 for Kennedy.
It must be Hawaiian night in the student section there, Brian.
Looks like it.
We don't have our lays on or our Hawaiian shirts.
Don't have one, Jimmy. Trips left. White gives this time. And there's another flag on the play. And the Muskies string this one out well as Frazier and Say.
And help make the tackles. And that time Muscatine did a great job.
Holding against Kennedy.
Holding on Kennedy again. The Muskies will definitely take this one. It's a spot foul, so that'll push it back to the 45. So now the Muskies have their defense has got them in the best spot they've had them all night. It's second and 27 from the Muskie 45-yard line. Let's see what Coach White does with the playbook here. Jenkins right, Harrison left, so he's got his starters back out there. He's got Watkins, Hendred in the backfield. There's play action. White chucks it down the middle of the field. It's complete inside the 30 to about the 26. So they get 19 yards back on that play. And that'll bring up third down and 8 now. But they're going to mark it at the 25, so it'll be 3rd and 7. Muskies with one first down tonight. White gives this one inside. And the Muskies stack it up. He's going to be short of the first down. Down to the 22. It'll be 4th and 4. We'll see if Kennedy lines up for a 40-yard field goal or goes for it. I'm sure they're going to go for it. Had 3 offside calls that I can remember. Harrison left, Davis and Watkins right. White, the Muskies blitz it. White throws, got a man complete. Inside the 10, it's Harrison 5. Touchdown Kennedy. What a great effort by Sam Harrison. He caught the pass at about the 10, and with great second effort found his way into the end zone. And with 3:51 to play here in the first half, it's Kennedy 35 and the Muskies nothing. Stone on for the PAT. He's 3 for 3 tonight, make it 4 for 4. 3:51 to play in. We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium, 36-zip Kennedy, 10 plays, 82 yards. And a Sam Harrison 22-yard touchdown reception from B.J. White. There's a kick, safe, fumbles it, picks it up now at the 15. He's out to about the 19 and stopped short of the 20-yard line. A nice tackle on the play for Kennedy by Maury Cooper, and the Muskies will take over first down on their own 19-yard line. I agree. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just try to chunk out a few first downs and build some confidence and go from there. The Muskies go empty as Folk's got it in the pistol. Jack, quarterback draw, and there's a flag, and the Muskies moved early. Procedure on the Muskies. It'll be 1st and 15. Muskies on their own 14. If you joined us late, the sophomores dropped game 1 35-6. It was very competitive, 13-6 late in the third. Got away a little bit in the fourth. Competitive effort. There's Folk on the keeper, and Jack strung out of bounds, and he may lose a yard as there's a rugby pile out of bounds at about the 14. Be 2nd down and 15 for the Muskies on their own 14-yard line. T in the backfield. Say and Vasquez to the right. Cooper Zeck lined up left. Clock stopped with 3:34 to go in the half. Jack barking out the commands. Tia goes in motion. Falk back to pass. Sets, looks downfield. Rushes on. Jack eludes it. Now he cuts it up inside, and he's taken down on a nice open field tackle by Kennedy that time, by Ramitko. Tia and Falk in the backfield. 3rd and 14. Jack, quarterback draw straight up the gut, and he's going to go down. Jack loses a yard, so the Muskies gain nothing on those 3 plays. Falk into punt, and he gets it away. And it's a short kick taken by Shanklin at the 42. He's at the 30. Now he reverses field. If he gets a block, he's going to score. Shanklin to the 25-20. He may get that block on the edge. 10-5, touchdown Kennedy. A terrific, electrifying return that time for a touchdown. Stone in for the PAT. Good snap and hold, and the kick is right through. 2:01 to play in the first half. It's Kennedy 42, the Muskies nothing. We're stepping away. She's actually 43, folks. Stepping away for 60. Listen. Back at Muscatine Community Stadium, Brian Musell, Jim Miller, Joel Crossauer. And there's the kickoff, and it's through the end zone for another touchback. As Stone, his leg's been on automatic. He's all but one of his kickoffs have been touchbacks. Pretty impressive kicker, Jim.
Oh, very impressive.
Falk takes it. He gives it to you. He runs over the right side, and he's dragged down behind the 20 at about the 19.
Jackson can't even go. He is in.
Falk needs to come out.
He's in so much pain. He can't even go.
And he goes down to one knee. He's taking some hits. There's no doubt about it. And now the Muskies go to their backup quarterback, Trey Tovar. Actually, it's Carson Orr's checked in. So Carson Orr, the 6'2", 165-pound junior, welcome to varsity football coming out against Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Orr rolls to his left, looks downfield, throws it up, and it's incomplete. He was shooting it over there for Zeck at the 32. Twins left for the Muskies on 3rd and 10. Tia in motion, Orr back to pass. They blitz him hard. He completes it. Actually, it's incomplete off the hands of Tia. And the Muskies going to have to kick this one away. And your starting punter, Jack Falk, not on the field. Now due to the injury, Carson Bordy into punt for the Muskies. Shanklin, who just ran one back, stands on his 45. And Jenkins is also back there. There's a high snap. Oh, and it's almost blocked. I think he could have got it, but he held up a little. And Jenkins takes this one at the 48 to midfield. Spins off a tackle. Muskies got to get him to the ground, and a great open field tackle. Very nice play by the Muskies that time by Dalton Sell. He stayed with it and got him to the ground at the 48. And those are explosive weapons for Kennedy. Muskies all within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
They almost look like they're in victory formation.
They're going to take a knee, and that's classy by Coach White and Kennedy right there. So they take a knee on 1st and 10. They lose a couple. And really, that's good sportsmanship, Jim. He watched the clock get under 25, then he started the play clock. So the official showing a little class there, too. Both teams head to the locker room, folks. Stone will kick off for Kennedy as we start the second half. Actually, they've got their backup kicker in now. That's Steven Svoboda. And he will kick off. The Muskies send Vasquez and Say deep on their own 5-yard line to open the second half here. 43-zip Kennedy at the half. We're continuous clock the rest of the way unless the Muskies can break the 35-point barrier. There's the kick. Say picks it up on about his 2. He's at the 5-10. Cuts it up over the 15, and he's going to be taken down right there at the 15. Nice open field tackle that time by Jalen Johnson. Jack Falk will return. He came out late in the second quarter favoring his right knee, but he looks like he's back in, and Jack's a tough kid. So here we go. T in the backfield. Say and Vasquez to the right. Cooper Zek left for the Muskies. 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. Falk keeps it on the read. He's up the gut, and he's going to be taken down for no gain immediately. Tia goes in motion. Falk back to pass. Fires it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Threw a little low to Zek at the 25. It'll be 3rd down and 10 Muskies. 3rd and 10. Clock ticking away at 10.5 to go in the third. Falk rolls to his right. Jack looks downfield. Sets. Now he's going to keep it, and he's over the 18 to just shy of the 20. It'll be 4th down and 5. Ball at the 20-yard line. 4th down and 5 Muskies. Falk will not punt, though. Carson Bordy on to kick. Jenkins, go ahead, Jim.
Well, he had a good kick the last time he was out of here. Carson did.
Jenkins and Shanklin back. Shanklin had a 42-yard punt return for a touchdown in the second quarter. Bordy stands on his 5. He gets a snap, a low one, and it's blocked. And Kennedy recovers it on the Muskie 9-yard line. And Allers is in it, tailback also, the running back. And there's a give to Hendricks straight up the gut, and he's going to score a touchdown. 9-yard run. Muskie's got a little hand on him at about the 4.
We need to mention a staff member, Gertz, I think was his name, who got the PA system working. Thanks for that.
There's the PAT by Stone. Up man for the Muskies that time on the kick return. Number 6 for the Muskies. And that was Brennan Borders. Touchdown scoring drive by Kennedy. 1 play, 9 yards. Karan Hendred with a 9-yard touchdown run. Continuous clock here at the stadium as Kennedy leads the Muskies 50-0. Jack Falk remains in at quarterback. There's Zach Vasquez and Say to the left.
This is our best starting position on kickoff.
35-yard line, 1st and 10. Falk on the keeper. He runs over the left side. Jack to the 40. Out near the 43-yard line where he's taken down from behind by Ethan Applegate.
Well, one thing about it, if Jack can get going, we mentioned early on, he's a heck of a runner. So he's a tough player. I didn't know if we'd see him.
Just short of 10. We'll call it a gain of 9. It's 2nd and 1. For the Muskies, just shy of the 45-yard line. Say and Vasquez left. Tia and Zek left. Back to passes. Falk fires down the middle. Almost tipped incomplete to Zek. It was behind Tia. Joel, bunch right for the Muskies.
I'm retired for carrying Jim.
Falk bobbles a snap. Now he rolls to his right. Jack cuts it up, and he's going to be getting a 1st down over the 45. Over midfield, not out of bounds. Good run by Jack to keep it alive. into Kennedy territory at the 47-yard line, a gain of 8. First down, Muskies in their best field position of the night. Twins left, Falk back to pass, sets his feet. Now he looks to run. Now he throws it, and it's complete to Kobe Vasquez. Great catch by Vasquez down to the 34-yard line. Gain of 13 and a first down, their first hookup of the night. And the Muskies have something going.
It's tough going.
Trips right for the Muskies. Falk gets a snap. He's going to keep it up the gut, and he's driven down from behind by number 52 on the play, Tucker Klett. Twins right for the Muskies. Zek to the left. Tia now goes in motion. Falk back to pass. Set. Steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to take off. He's going to run. He's got room. 30, 25, 15, and taken down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Jack Falk on a nice run of about 19, so the Muskies getting some yardage here in the third. Call it gain of 20 down to the 11. First and 10 Muskies. First time all night. They've been in the First National Bank red zone. Scott Ingstad, Wayne Johansson, and the fine folks at First National Bank. Falk back to pass. He rolls right. He throws, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage. Jack gets a snap, sets it. Bubble screen to the left. He's got Vasquez at the 10, 5. Touchdown, Muskies. Jack Falk to Kobe Vasquez. 11 yards out, and the Muskies are on the board with 4 minutes left.
Well,
in the third.
It's a good thing never to get shut out at home, and that's not going to happen tonight.
And the crowd's going crazy. They love that one. And the Muskies will go for 2 with a continuous clock here. Tia in the backfield. The Muskies go trips left. Jack Falk now barks out the signals. Falk's going to keep it, and he's going to go down hard by the sophomore. Actually, Coach White threw his first-team defense back in for the 2-point play there.
Muskies. Aim high. Bank strong. CBI Bank and Trust. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Vasquez on to kick, and he kicks it, and it's deflected into the end zone for a touchback. Kobe Vasquez on the 11-yard touchdown reception from Jack Falk as the Muskies get their first score of the night. At the 4-minute mark of the third quarter, the PAT failed on the 2-point attempt. And Kennedy now leads the Muskies 50-6. Kennedy now with Payson Kennedy in at quarterback. And it looks like they've got some new backfield members. Ethan Applegate lines up at tailback. And now they call timeout. Applegate in the backfield along with Novick. And Kennedy at quarterback. Kennedy under center, gets a snap, gives to Applegate, and he barrels it up near the 20. Novick and Applegate in the backfield. Twins left or right for Kennedy. Kennedy under center. Tosses this one to Applegate. He cuts it over the right side. Out near the 20. Good open field tackle by a manual save for the Muskies. And it'll be third down and 10 from the 20.
Well, Applegate is a big boy, but speed-wise, a little slower than the...
There's a flag. It looked to me through the binoculars there's a face mask on both teams. And they're going to call it, oh, yeah, it's on Kennedy. I thought both players had a hold of the face mask, but fortunately for the Muskies, they only called it on Kennedy. There's no questionable calls tonight, Jim, but any comment? No, we're not going there.
No, I don't have any.
Third down and 10. I'm not even going to bait you into it. Third down and 10, Kennedy from their own 20. Kennedy at center, or it's quarterback. He rolls out, looks downfield. He looks like he's going to keep it, but he fires it incomplete, intended for number 29. Watkins will punt. He's played a lot of tailback tonight. He gets a snap. Rugby style to the right, and a low line drive. Actually, a good kick out of bounds. Muskies still running their starters out, trying to get some positive things to happen, and they did on the last drive as they drove it in for a touchdown.
Right there, he's got to get
Falk's got Tia. He throws it out in the flat, and he's into Kennedy territory and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Cooper Zek to the left. Falk at quarterback. T in the backfield. He goes in motion. Jack back to pass. Fires out to T again. The 45. He cuts it up over the 40. Hit hard and brought down. A nice stick on the play. And he looks up, and that's going to end the third quarter, folks. After 3, it's Kennedy 50 and the Muskies. We are back at Muscatine Community Stadium. Fourth quarter underway, continuous clock. 11:40 and ticking. Kennedy leads the Muskies 50-6.
And Jack's, he's limping again.
He got dinged up. They're going to take him out the field. He motioned like he didn't want to come out of the game. But they're bringing Carson Orr in now, the junior, and Carson took a couple snaps in the first half. Orr gets a snap. Carson rolls to his left. He looks downfield. Blitz is on. He gets up 45-40. First down run by Orr inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Carson Orr with a nice gain of 12 yards.
Yeah, Carson was quarterback last year for the sophomore team.
And Charlie Hafner.
10:50 to play. It's Zek and Vasquez to the left. Morgan to the right for the Muskies. T and Orr in the backfield. Carson Orr gets a snap. Gives to T over the left side inside the 25. And down to the 22, a positive gain of about 5 yards for the Muskies. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. Channel 9 or 709 on your MPW HD package. There's Orr, back to pass, flips it out, complete to Zek, and he's out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So that's a nice pitch and catch from Orr to Zek. And a 1st and 10 Muskies is there in the First National Bank red zone for the second time here in the second half. Orr brings him out, twins right for the Muskies. Back to pass, Carson flips it over, bubble screen to Zek. He's at the 10, he's at the 5, still on his feet and brought down inside the 5. Looks like he's just short of the first down at about the 3. So it should be 2nd down and 1 Muskies.
Brian, you can't get this kind of experience in practice. So, even though you're getting beat 50-6, it's still valuable to play this out.
It's first or second and about 1.
Morgan wide right, Vasquez and Zek left. T and Orr in the backfield. Fumble on the play. Orr covers it up, but the Muskies are going to lose. I don't think anybody's going to say that. Orr rolls to his right, looks into the end zone, fires over the chutes. Vasquez on the back line of the end zone. It'll be 4th and 4. It'll be Vasquez down, and he's played both ways. He's probably been on the field for every snap tonight, even on special teams. And when your numbers are light, you get into injuries like this when guys are tired late in the game and they've given you everything they had. A lot of times you get those kind of injuries that you don't want, these nagging injuries, and Kobe certainly left it all on the field tonight.
He sure did.
4th and 4 Muskies from the Kennedy 6. Orr gets a snap, back to pass, steps into the pocket, steps up, throws back line of the end zone, incomplete. And the Muskies turn it over on downs with 7:44 to play. Kennedy at quarterback. He gives inside, and it's stacked up immediately. Going to be a loss of a couple.
You say, Brian?
Yeah, and they have those numbers to play. Number 1 is their tailback. Folks, I don't have a 1 on my roster. And he gets a handoff, so it's just number 1 over the right side, and he's taken down to the turf immediately. There's a handoff inside. Number 33, and he spins down to the 5 before the Muskies get him down. Watkins will take the snap. And he'll approach and boot it, and it's straight up in the air. Muskie's going to get
away
field
from
position
it.
here.
Get away
touch
from it.
And Kennedy gets a roll, and they're going to down it at about the 35. The Muskies will take over. So about a 29-yard punt, no return. They're going to spot on the 36. We'll call it 30-yard kick. Zillig at H-back or quarterback, and Tia tailback. There's Orr. And he actually keeps it, and Carson's over the 30, still on his feet. Good run by Carson Orr inside the 15 to the 14. Carson Orr with a great fake and a 22-yard run over the left side. And he's showing you some wheels there, Carson Orr.
Absolutely. Well, you've got a player in Carson. Like I said, last year he was the sophomore quarterback. He got banged up a little bit, and he can do it if given the opportunity. Maybe this is good quality playing time for him.
Twins right, T in motion. Orr gets a snap, back to pass, steps up, throws, and it's complete, I believe, at the 6-yard line. Nice catch by Takportia, and it's an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up second down and 2:40 and ticking. Muskies trail 50-6, but they're knocking on the door in the First National Bank red zone. There's Tia running over the left side, and he's brought down from behind on a really nice open field tackle that time. Clock now under 2 minutes and ticking. Orr gets a snap. He gives to Tia over the left side, and he's stacked up again. He's only going to gain a yard. Let's see what happens on fourth down here. Carson barks out the signals. He gets it back to pass, throws, got Zach, and it's off his hands. And incomplete, and the Muskies turn it over on downs. 1:13 and ticking. Kennedy gets all their players shuffled in. The play clock is started, and one knee will do it as long as they take their time to snap this one. And Kennedy hands it off, and it's Applegate, and he's wrestled down after a gain of a couple, and that will be the last play of the game. And there's a final, folks, from Muscatine Community Stadium. Cedar Rapids Kennedy defeats the Muskies 50-6